the night of the fight, they weigh like a 20, 18 pounds more than you, is difficult. It's more difficult, but my power is there. If you hear the punches, my power is different.
Yeah.
Going up 2 weight classes, really like 3. And early, I feel Terence will have great success. I mean, maybe he'll get Canelo's head snapped back, or, you know, catch Canelo early.
Are great fighters, but I think Canelo's just too big, and you know they mistake him as being just a guy at 168, not a regular guy, and Crawford being the more talented. But that's not the case.
Canelo Alvarez has responded to Terence Crawford's latest training footage with calm respect. He praised Crawford's slick style, even comparing it to Floyd Mayweather's, and noted the discipline behind his preparation. Still, Canelo made it clear that his confidence hasn't wavered. He acknowledged Crawford's skill and power, but insisted they won't be enough to stop him. With focus and determination, Canelo vowed to dominate and once again prove why he's the superior fighter.
But, you know, because first of all, is the respect. If they treat you with respect, you do the same thing, and that's what I think. So, and I'm always try to do my best there, not because I need it or because I need to, because I really appreciate everything.
Yeah, look, and you've been fighting pro now for what, more than 17 years, I believe.
Almost 20.
Wow, yeah, almost 20 years.
In October.
Wow.
I turned 20 years as professional.
Analysts often point to a key difference between Terence Crawford and Canelo Alvarez: the way opponents react to them in the ring. Technical mastery and adaptability usually draw opponents into standing their ground, respecting his timing and counterpunching without resorting to running. With Canelo, however, the atmosphere shifts. Fighters frequently circle, move excessively, and fight cautiously, fully aware that a single power shot from him can alter everything. Experts see this as evidence of Canelo's intimidating reputation. His punches carry not only physical damage but also psychological weight, putting rivals on the defensive before the opening bell. This contrast fuels the intrigue of a potential Canelo versus Crawford clash. Crawford thrives when fighters engage, while Canelo excels when his relentless pressure and power wear down his opponents.
I haven't seen Gamboa run from Terence. As a matter of fact, I ain't even seen Victor Postal run from Terence. We ain't seen Madrimov in his last fight run from Terence Crawford. But we do see people running away from Canelo Alvarez. People not trying to commit to Canelo Alvarez. We seen it with William Skull. Dude was just as cut up as anybody in the sport of boxing. Mother ever was running. The Cuban style, running. We already know that the Cuban school, man, they highly respected in the sport of boxing. He was running. Jamel Charlo, Iron Man Charlo. I ain't gonna say he wasn't running, but he wasn't committed. He wasn't committed the way that he was committed in the 154-pound division when he was knocking everybody else to get his titles, right? It was very uncharacteristic from Iron Man Jamel Charlo, a knockout artist, right? Even, I'm gonna tell you like this, even Dimitri Bivol was going at it with Canelo Alvarez. 1-2, but he was jumping right back out. Jumping right back out. He beat him in the style that Dimitri Bivol beat him. But it's not like he went out there and had that killer instinct and go for the gusto and stuff like that with Canelo Alvarez. He wasn't just trying to go out there and get him. He was beep, 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 jump back out, jump back out, beep, beep, jump back out. Hold on, I don't want to stay in the danger zone, right? Even though that he beat Canelo Alvarez, but you understand what I'm trying to say. Edgar Berlanga. We see Edgar Berlanga using his footwork. We see Edgar Berlanga using his footwork and stuff like that, right? He made a good account of himself, but he didn't commit that the way he was committing versus Mantequilla and all his opponents. Because Canelo Alvarez is different. Canelo Alvarez is dangerous. I've been hearing, of course, a lot of people saying that Bud Crawford is dangerous, but ain't nobody. I never saw nobody that fought Terence Bud Crawford had fear in their heart, fear in their eyes. Even when they was getting beat down from Terence Bud Crawford, they still stepped to Terence Bud Crawford.
Canelo Alvarez's sparring partners, having felt his power up close, offer a telling perspective. On the matchup, one partner voiced outright doubt about Terence Crawford's chances, arguing that Bud won't handle the added weight effectively. His point is based on experience. Canelo has already proven himself against bigger men, even dominating at light heavyweight. Crawford, by contrast, is stepping into uncharted territory. While extra muscle might boost his strength, it could also cost him speed and sharpness, the very qualities that define his style. Even a slight decline could make a huge difference. From the sparring partner's viewpoint, Crawford's skill may not be enough to overcome the physical demands of carrying more weight against a proven powerhouse like Canelo.
I think Canelo's gonna win, but I tell everybody, man, as a business standpoint, I think it's gonna be a draw if it goes the distance. But I see Canelo getting the stoppage. I don't think Crawford's gonna carry that weight well. Even if he did put on weight, I don't think that was a good idea, especially coming up from a smaller guy. But it's gonna be a great fight. Two brains in the ring. It's gonna be.
Fernando Vargas, the former world champion and Mexican boxing legend, has made his feelings clear. Mexico needs Canelo Alvarez. To win, to Vargas, Canelo is more than just an elite fighter. He is the torchbearer of Mexican boxing, carrying forward the legacy of Julio Cesar Chavez and other national greats. His victories symbolize pride and identity for millions of fans who see him as the face of the sport in Mexico today. While Vargas respects Terence Crawford's brilliance, he emphasizes the emotional weight behind this matchup. For Mexico, this fight isn't just about boxing, it's about national pride. Vargas believes Canelo must deliver, not only to cement his own greatness, but also to honor the hopes of an entire country watching him on the sport's biggest stage.
What's crazy is, I'm a big Crawford fan as well. Like, every time he sees me and my brothers and my dad at fights, he comes out of his way, shakes our hand. It's all respect. But I just feel the weight's a little too much, Marcos. I feel like going up 2 weight classes really like 3. And early, I feel Terence will have great success. I mean, maybe he'll get Canelo's head snapped back or, catch Canelo early. Maybe I could see Terence Crawford go southpaw because you see Canelo has had a bit of problems with southpaws. You can see Canelo, I can see him getting frustrated, picking him up like how he does, like when he gets frustrated. But I say 6th, 7th, 8th round on up, I think he'll figure him out. And we need Canelo to get a stoppage, if not get a get a knockout. I think it'll be great for Mexico, and it'll be great for Razas. But I got Canelo, coming out with
Canelo Alvarez's power has broken down larger opponents before, and history shows that moving up in weight often troubles smaller fighters. Yet recent footage from Terence Crawford's camp has shifted that perception. Training clips reveal a bigger, stronger, and sharper version of Bud. Instead of slowing him down, the added weight seems to have enhanced his athleticism. Analysts point out that Crawford has built muscle while maintaining his trademark speed, footwork, and crisp combinations. This transformation has flipped the narrative from skepticism to excitement. Rather than appearing undersized, Crawford now looks fully prepared for the challenge, proving that his discipline and preparation have allowed him to adjust seamlessly to the demands of a higher division.
Right, and again, stark contrast to what Terence Crawford is having to deal with. He is fighting guys, and when I say cutting down muscle, he's probably in the ring at 190 pounds, much less cutting down from it. Crawford's probably used to being hit by guys like Sean Porter, who, maybe 160 pounds on fight night. The difference is just night and day. So I was thinking, how in God's name are you going to get around that? How are you going to get around the strength disadvantage? Because Crawford is very physically strong. And he normally always has, maybe with the exception of Sean Porter, although that was kind of much of a muchness. Sean Porter did really well that fight. He's normally always had the physical strength advantage. Very physically strong as Terence Crawford. And I just remember thinking, how are you going to get around that? You're used to hitting guys and they get hurt. Alvarez has been hit by Danny Jacobs. He's been hit by Triple G. He's been hit by Bivol, Kovalev, Callum Smith, etc., etc., etc. Big punching guys who are a lot bigger than Terence Crawford. Granted, not skillful, a lot bigger. So again, I'm thinking, how are you going to get around this? Well, Crawford has released a couple of training clips, and in those training clips, yikes, he's looking good for one. He's looking a lot better than Canelo was looking in some of his training clips. But again, you can't read a great deal into those training clips because, again, Alvarez is clearly holding back. People say, oh, he looked terrible. It's like, well, you can kind of tell he's not going full tilt. You can kind of tell that. So what does that tell you? How many times have we seen guys look good on the pads and then on fight night they've nothing left? I distinctly remember Alexander Povetkin in the run-up to the second Dillian Whyte fight in an open workout.
Former world champion Amir Khan, who has shared the ring with both Canelo Alvarez and Terence Crawford, offers a perspective few can match. Khan described Canelo as a beast, highlighting his sheer strength, granite chin, and ability to deliver punishing counters. Having felt Canelo's power himself in their 2016 clash, Khan knows how brutal Alvarez can be. His words carry even more weight because he also faced Crawford in 2019, when Bud stopped him. While Khan respects the skill and talent of both fighters, he insists that Canelo's size and physical dominance give him a distinct edge. In Khan's eyes, Canelo embodies a level of danger that even the sharpest boxers must take seriously.